Okay, and for the last part of the course, we're just going to do, I'm just going to introduce you to crystals that I use for dream work and a brief introduction to using astrology and the lunar cycles in dream work. So first I'm going to talk about the more grounding crystals, and then, well, obsidian isn't really a crystal, it's more of a volcanic glass, but yeah, I'm going to talk about grounding first because I do think it's important that we're really grounded before we start trying to experiment with the astral realm and with higher realms to really come from a place of grounding. So what I've been using lately is obsidian. It's a super, super powerful tool. It's been used in many indigenous cultures, especially in Mexico and in ancient Egypt as well. They use it as a tool, as a weapon, and for ritual purposes. So if you do want to explore obsidian more in detail, there is a course that I did a while ago with Kalea Flora. I can share the link in the description, but that was amazing for learning about the history of the obsidian and how to use it specifically for dream work. But I definitely recommend it for anyone who has nightmares or difficulties with their unconscious or feeling like they have, they want to connect more with their subconscious, but they're having a lot of blockages. Obsidian works as a vacuum for sucking up negative energy. So it's a really, really powerful tool. And yeah, the Toltecs have used it for a long time for dream work. And another book that mentions obsidian and explains the ancient Mexican traditions that I recommend is The Toltec Secret. But yeah, I'll share all of these in the link in the description. And the next tool that I want to discuss is hematite. And this is another good one if you're having astral attacks or sleep paralysis or anything like that. Quite often it's women with low iron who experience these things. And interestingly, this is a mineral that's high in iron. So obviously you want to get your diet right before anything else. But in the meantime, if you are having difficulty with this, what it does is, let's say you're very empathic and you're always picking up on other people's frequencies, what it does is it locks you into your own energy. So you're not going to get as affected by other people's energy. So I've found this really helpful too, sleeping with some hematite next to your bed, even a piece of iron in general. Sounds strange and superstitious, but it really does work. So I recommend that for sure. And then for the higher chakras, clear quartz and selenite. So I love clear quartz because it's programmable and you can set your intention into the quartz. So in meditation, you can, let's say you wanted to have more lucid dreams or have more vivid dreams or start remembering them. You want to speak your intention into the clear quartz. So in meditation, visualize whatever it is you want to manifest and not necessarily asking the quartz to help you with it, but speaking it as though it's already happened. So for example, you don't want to say, I want to have lucid dreams to the quartz, but you want to say, I am having lucid dreams, and then visualize how would it feel to have it? What emotion would that evoke in your body? And then sending that energy into the quartz. And this is something that I've done with quartz. Because it's clear, it is very, very programmable. So I've done this with quartz, with lucid dreams, and then put it under my pillow. And yeah, it did work. I don't know, some would say it's a placebo effect, but I found it really powerful. So definitely recommend trying that. And for the last crystal I will mention is we have selenite, which will help you to connect to higher realms. So say you're having trouble with getting downloads, or you want to connect with your guides, or you want to connect to higher dimensions, selenite is really, really powerful for tuning into those really high frequencies. And especially the crown chakra as well. And that's how we receive downloads from our higher self, is through the crown chakra. So selenite is amazing for that too. All right, and the last part is astrology for dream work. So The areas that you want to, I mean, I could do a whole course in this because there's like so many different places you could go into, but this is just a brief introduction to astrology for dream work. The first place you want to look at is the 12th house. Now, the 12th house is our subconscious mind, our subconscious beliefs. Some people are scared of the 12th house because of that kind of mysterious unknown energy that it has, but it's a very, very powerful psychic energy house, and it's ruled by Pisces as well. So another good place to look at is the Pisces area of your chart. Now, let's say you have a lot of difficulties with this area of your life, or you've got some bad, I shouldn't say bad, but like some aspects in your chart that are more challenging and they're affecting your 12th house in a negative way. What we always look at when we want to alchemize the energy somewhere in astrology is the polarity. So for example, the 12th house indicates our mental health and our subconscious health. We can look at the 6th house, which is our physical health, our health in the material world. What are our daily habits? Are we eating well? Are we exercising? Are we getting enough sleep? If we alchemize this area, which is also the Virgo house, then that's going to positively affect the 12th house and vice versa. So that's another really cool way to alchemize that energy. I'm a Virgo moon, so the moon is also very, very important when looking at our subconscious, and we can look at the positive areas of that and the negative areas and work out how to alchemize that energy once again. So being a Virgo moon, it's ruled by Mercury. I'm always like Mercury. I'm always analyzing my emotions, and that is one of the things that helps me to feel safe, is intellectualizing them. And it helps me to understand myself. On the negative side, I can sometimes overthink my emotions and overthink in general. So yeah, a very, very powerful place to look at, definitely the moon. Another area you can look at is also Lilith, which is it's more so your repressed feminine energy. But once again, and especially to do with sexuality and desire. So that's another spot to look at in your chart. And I also have Chiron in the 12th house. You can look at if you have any planetary placements there. Chiron is the wounded healer archetype. So I have interpreted to indicate that some of my wounding is at a subconscious level, but being the wounded healer, when I learn to heal this aspect of myself, it becomes my gift to share. So wherever Chiron is in your chart, also that's where you can work on with your healing. And yeah, that's a brief introduction to astrology. We can definitely go deeper there, but that's all we're going to cover today. And in conclusion, I definitely recommend studying mythology, studying the archetypes in general, and especially ones that appear in your dreams, studying astrology, and just doing the work, getting that dream journal, keeping it next to your bed, holding yourself accountable, and ensuring that you're starting this practice with a discipline, and you're going to continue and to see improvements the more that you do it. So I want to express my deep and sincere gratitude to everyone who showed up and for going deeper, asking questions, being curious, and doing this work. It is so, so powerful. I also want to thank our ancestors, Mother Earth, Father Sun, and the elements and the guides and archetypes that exist within and around every one of us to show us the way, and source consciousness to always bring us back to our center. If you have any feedback or questions, or you'd like to work with myself or Frankie in some other way, please feel free to send me a message and connect with each other as we build this community and share our knowledge and dreams. If you want to support our work, you can buy us a coffee. The link is just in the image there, buymeacoffee.com/cfrankie or buymeacoffee.com/etherealbeck. I hope that you all enjoyed it, and happy dreaming.